There we are.
Whoa!
I don't have
We're here.
I don't have a fancy intro yet because this is the first episode, right? So maybe
First episode.
so when this format is successful, then we can think about making a special intro for it,
Oh, nice.
right?
Fair
But for
enough.
now, it was kind of a spontaneous.
Spontaneous. Yeah, that's right. You got it.
Spontaneous. That's the word. Spontaneous thing. I think yesterday I reached out to you, Michael, yesterday or the day before to do
Yesterday, because it was definitely like we were chatting about maybe going live around 2 or 3 yesterday,
this. Yeah.
and then you were like, I need another day. So I was like, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. I was like so this topic came up. So something happened, right? And this topic came up, and I was pretty riled up about it. And I was like, maybe I should do a stream. And then during the day, I just calmed down. And Michael was like, "Shall we do the stream?" And I was like, "Nah, let's wait for tomorrow." So this is the day.
Yes.
Welcome, Michael. Welcome, Marinus.
Yes, thank you.
Really cool. And welcome, chat. We have some people already with us. Darkside is Comics is in the chat. Hail.
Yeah, that's me.
That's you. Immortal Rising comic book. Welcome, sir.
Hey, man.
And Ryu is also here. Welcome.
Hey, Ryu,
Share out
man.
the stream, guys. Let's get some more people in. I think like the people at Chase, they are doing a what's it like? They're selling art. What's it called?
What do you mean?
They're selling art right now.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, Cyber Valkyrie, right? Oh,
Yeah. Red.
Yeah,
Valkyrie.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So a lot of people are watching those streams for good reason. Miranda, welcome.
Hey, Miranda.
Hello. Hope you're doing
Excellent.
well.
Hey, Dave, before we go in, congratulations with your 600 plus subscribers.
Yes, thank you, man.
You did it.
Yes, this week we went over the 600. Fantastic.
Well deserved. Well deserved.
Thank you. It took a while. Man.
I mean, yeah, you basically instigated our how you say contest, right, on Twitter, right? And then I got suddenly way more than you, and I felt really bad.
Really?
So, yeah.
Right.
So
Let me. Michael, before we talk about anything else, we need to congratulate you with the launch of the Embrace 2.
Congratulations.
It was a fantastic launch. You did great. You funded in
we funded
first
in
hour?
like half an hour on that
Holy shit.
stream.
Wow. Record time.
So like it was pretty cool, and we're like spitting distance away from our first stretch goal, which is nice. I'm hoping that we can keep up the momentum here through the first week. It'd be really great if we were able to cross the 5-figure barrier here by next Friday. That's where I would like to be.
Yeah.
But definitely having some issues with Indiegogo right now. But you know me, I always push on, and we're gonna make this campaign the most it can be, and we'll be doing follow-ons with Fund My Comic and Kickstarter as well to try and make sure that we get the book out to all eyes.
Right, exactly. Yeah, Indiegogo is weird.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Can I ask you a question, Michael?
Yeah.
Now that this whole shadow ban is going on Indiegogo, are you maybe planning go on another platform next?
So I'm not gonna BS. So the only reason why we did an Indiegogo for the Embrace 2 at this point was because we had we had over 600 signups on the pre-launch.
Wow.
We had a lot of people that backed the first book that we're expecting to we had a lot of people. I was almost at the point where I would have had to send out two emails for the secret tier because I almost hit the max on BCC on my email.
Okay.
We had a lot of people sign up. So I'm hoping that all those people are coming in. They've got access to the secret tier, which offers like a really good deal, I think. But a very similar thing happened last year when Global Frequency and we did the book Judex together, and they were running the crowdfunding campaign, and within the first 48 hours we were shadow banned, and they kept trying to reach out to Indiegogo, and Indiegogo would resolve the ticket and then do nothing.
Yeah. Completely bullshit.
And so like I initially had no intention of doing the Embrace 2 on Indiegogo, but like Dean and everybody else were like, look, we have all these signups here. There's no point in like we shouldn't waste that.
No. And the thing is, right, it's still a viable platform, even when you shadow banned, because you basically have to bring in outside backers, right? So you have to, so whether you bring back to your Fund My Comic page or this page, it's the same deal.
You're doing the same legwork no matter what. The thing that's just frustrating, though, is that I definitely got at least 50 to 100 backers on the first Embrace book that were like, we had our cross promotion, right?
Sure.
Where like they would back Perfect 10 issue 2, and then they would see like other campaigns that you would like, and the Embrace would come up, right? Like we would like, there is something to be said for having it on the platform. And additionally, the first Embrace was competing and trending with some of the top indie crowdfunding books at that period. Both of our books were like, we were competing with I think there had been another USA Assassin that had launched. There was Kozor had launched from the Barton brothers.
Oh yeah.
There was a lot of stuff we were competing with, and by being in that trending list of books, you got eyes on it that might have missed a stream or didn't know about your genuinely just didn't know. And so the fact that you can't even find us on the website, like if you look up the Embrace and put in like, you can't find any of my pages. And
none
so
of them. Yeah.
None of the campaigns that I have run previously, you can't find them on Indiegogo. Wow. If you look them up. So like, and their response to me was effectively, well, the Gogo the Gogo algorithm that we use tracks user engagement and this, that, the other. So what you need to do is go out there and promote. I'm like, I was like, that is a load of like understandable what you're saying. I had over 1,000, like at this point, I've had over 1,000 page views in 24 hours. I've raised almost $4,200 US. I've hit 100% of my funding goal. Like, I should be able to be found on your platform.
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous in my opinion. Like, it's completely disingenuous. And it was for this reason I was like very against continuing to use Indiegogo in the first place. But like, I'm like for my future books, I will be using like Fund My Comic and Kickstarter. And then my hope is that by the end of, not this year, but by the end of 2025, I have the ability to build my own website where I will launch the campaign, like launch books, book campaigns and stuff from. So that way I don't have to deal with a middleman anymore.
I still don't get it, why they do it. I mean, it's in their own interest as well if a campaign is being successful, right?
Well, and the craziest thing is that of all the platforms, Indiegogo takes the largest slice of the pie from what you raise.
Yeah.
They take 8% in platform fees.
Yeah.
Totally. Kickstarter does 5%, and then Fund My Comic, I believe, is 3%. So it's like you are literally taking the most of people's money and screwing them over at the same time. This is, that is the definition of a breach of business ethics.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
What bothers me a little bit is that the people start to guess what the reason is, because Indiegogo never provides a reason, right? They just shadow ban you, and that's basically it.
Yeah,
so you can't really reach them. And when they provide some sort of answer, it's very vague. You can't really determine what's behind it. And then people start to guess, and then you get all kinds of stories. Well, I think we shouldn't do that. Because we basically don't know, right? We can just honestly say we don't know what happened. Why?
Yeah.
Why some people get shadow banned, other people don't?
I wonder if it happens to other creators that is not in a certain circle. I believe that's the case, but it's just all assumptions, right? Because that's
what I mean.
It's a pattern,
and
right?
that's the thing is, if it had anything to do with any sort of affiliations or this, that, the other, they would never tell you in the first place, because then they could get sued. Because that's literally like that would be a discriminatory practice, and you could levy a genuine legal complaint against them in the States.
Yeah.
But like that's the whole problem, is it's like you're never going to actually know what it is. And I, like, the moment I got that email, I was just like, you've got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
And hopefully, you know what, if they come through and they unmess the situation, and my campaign is able to be found on the platform, maybe that's a sign that things are changing over there, and I can continue to use this platform. But as I said, my plan will be from like here on out, I'm not going to be using Indiegogo. I don't see it as yes, it is still technically viable. I don't see it as for what they are taking out. I could literally just do it on Kickstarter and fund my comic.
Yeah.
And yes, there are negatives to each of those, but at least they don't take out as much of a heap of the change that I raise, and I have a better chance of getting my book to people because they'll be able to find it on the platform.
And how about you, Dave? Right, you were also once upon a time shadow banned. Is that fixed, or is that still going on?
Well, the previous campaigns are all closed with that.
Yeah,
the shadow bans were active the entire time, right? So what I tell people is, when you go to Indiegogo, when you do your campaign there, expect to be shadow banned. It's part of the package, right? If you're not shadow banned, lucky you, but expect it. And I think that I can still so with that mindset, I still do campaigns there to bring in the funds that I need. But I know there are other platforms also, right? So so it's not the only option you have, but it does bring in some extra money. So I'm not like avoiding it, but I'm going in with the knowledge that this next campaign will probably be shadow banned. I don't know why. I don't care. Just
and that's the thing, is there's like every number of things that can cause it too. Like if you go and you promote your new campaign on an old campaign's update section, shadow banned.
Yeah.
Like if you go and there have been cases where people get stuff reported because too graphic content, shadow banned. And it's unfortunate. But it is what it is, and I think that the idea is you just need to adapt and overcome. And I don't have any issues with people using Indiegogo as their platform. It's just not going to be where I take my business.
No, it shouldn't. It shouldn't be your only platform, right? There are other options right now.
Yeah, I am just at the point where I don't I am not going to continue to use their platform solely because they're getting a very large chunk of what I'm raising.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If they aren't going to allow me to do that in a way that that isn't hampered, they don't deserve that 8%. So I'm just I'm gonna make sure that they don't get it.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah.
That's a reasonable principle. Sure.
Yeah.
Superb action universe heroic. Welcome. He asked why the shadow ban. We don't really know. We can
No
guess,
idea.
but we don't really know. Welcome, Bristolian Dave. Welcome, sir. He says it wouldn't surprise me if the comic section is where they also get most of their problems with unfulfilled campaigns.
100%. And I would understand the shadow banning process if it was like tethered to who has unfulfilled stuff. But like every single one of my campaigns at this point they've all fulfilled. Everybody's 100% fulfilled. So I'm sitting here scratching my head like, okay, what's the deal?
Sure. Also, personally, Dave says, personally, I think it's a glitch in their system, because it only affects comics they can't be bothered to fix, as comics as such a small part of their income in comparison to other areas.
Could be.
Yeah.
We don't know. By the way, Michael, this is a fantastic cover. I back this one.
Yeah,
because this
Eater
Eater
did a fantastic.
Yeah. I'm a fan of Eater. He does some work for Jamie Comics. He worked on the Dream
That's
Girl.
how I found out about him. As I was seeing his stuff that you were sending me, and then when I did some research on the guy, I was like, this guy would be perfect to do an Embrace piece.
Yeah, man.
And
look at this.
I sure did. He did an amazing job.
And who's the colorist?
Avery Ferdinand.
Avery Ferdinand. All right. Cool. Very nice, man.
He has a lot of detail in there. I backed this one. I backed the
Bancroft.
The Bancroft, just because of the hand thing, which is hilarious to me.
it's
I also like the
very
color.
good.
Yeah, I like the clean art, and
really nice.
Yeah, like the eye effects, the energy effects looks really cool.
Yeah, the other fun thing about this cover is the Where's Waldo with the ginger root hand.
Yeah, there was some kind of a puzzle, right? Right, yeah.
So like when he did the Lucent, there was like this notorious drawing of that. There's this notorious hand that he had drawn that looked like a ginger root, and so that ginger root hand is hidden.
Oh, wait a minute.
The piece.
Wasn't that the magnet that came with the
Yes.
Yeah. I have it. Yeah, I know it.
Right. Yeah. By the way, this you can't see the mouse, right? But my favorite part of the design of this character are the feet. So these little fingers around the feet. I love it. Really
That's Dean's favorite part. It was a very fun thing to do, is having the hands come up and come over the feet. And you got like the fingers there. It's awesome.
Marinus says, I'm getting the Bancroft one for my daughter's room. She loves the colors. Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. The link to this campaign, I put it in the chat. It's also in the description of the video. Go back this, guys. Launched yesterday. Is doing fantastic. You already had 49 backers. Maybe we can get to a 50 during this
great
this stream. All right, guys. We need to get to the topic of the
yes
of the day. It was a topic 2 days ago on X.
I mean, it's an ongoing topic. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Like, this is something that we'll say like a middle weight profile in terms of the community. I mean, Jimmy Reyes is no small fish. He was he worked in the mainstream for years and is the personal inker of David Finch, who is a very big deal.
Yeah, you can see his influences here on the page, right? Yeah.
And so, Dave, do you want to introduce the controversy?
Well, I didn't really know about it, so I did back this book, and I heard about this thing when someone on Twitter posted about it. It basically so the story is that Jimmy had problems keeping his colorists.
Mm-hmm.
And he basically decided that he was going to provide all backers with a black and white version, so he could deliver the books, so people didn't have to wait much longer, because it was already delayed for certain reasons, which is, it's respectable when you when you try to smooth out the process to get your backers their books. But the thing is that the books that backers would get is not the books that they paid for, right? And on top of that, most people, many people didn't even know, they didn't realize, so it wasn't properly communicated, I think.
It wasn't,
and
Jimmy,
Jimmy,
that's part of the problem.
And Mr. Reyes had already, so he made the decision, and he had the books printed. So now he has black and white editions, right? So it's done. So this brought forth a lot of questions, like we do campaigns, guys. Like Michael, you do campaigns. When I've never brought in anything close to 55K.
Yeah,
right. That's a crazy number, and I have to pay artists. Yeah, I have to pay artists. I have to pay the colorist. I have to pay everyone.
Yeah.
So and occasionally writers,
Sure. Yeah. Occasionally writers. Yeah. So this decision was just baffling to me.
Yeah. Not only that, there was a tweet from a certain creator that says, well, 55K is not that much. So maybe you should do a second campaign for coloring.
I'm sorry. And I've seen a few of the people that make like over 100K on this. Well, it's not that much. Like, sorry, just like let's nip this in the bud here.
Yeah.
My next book, which is After the Embrace 2, which is going to be probably the most expensive book that I have done, has an overhead of production of 16K, and that includes its print run, right, at an industry level, right? With 55K, there's no reason why that should happen. Now, what I will say is, I've been around this a while. I know Jimmy a little bit. I used to go on his show every now and again, and I've made friends with a lot of people in that circle. And so I know that there are mitigating circumstances that we're hearing about, like he's had a lot of health issues and stuff like that. But again, what this comes down to is communication. 2 years ago, after I did SPQR's Bizarre Adventure, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right as I was about to start fulfillment and everything like that, and I was even looking at launching the Embrace 2 around this time too, I lost my job. I'm a single dad. My life felt like it was going to pieces. And so the people that I worked with told me to take a step back and focus on what I needed to do.
Yeah.
I let my backers know. And they were all like, hey, completely understand. Do what you've got to do. Crowdfunding is all about respecting the consumer, because you're literally at grassroots. And like, I think that this is something that, these guys that are making mid five figures through six figures just don't comprehend, because they think, oh, well, I'm making so much. No, this is a grassroots endeavor. And if you aren't communicating and you're sending out projects consistently 3+ years late, and you aren't honest about what you're doing, you are going to ruin it for everyone, because this is you are abusing a grassroots method. We are completely at the consumer's mercy. We are.
Correct.
That is the reality of it. And I have heard whispers that there was a creator that gave Jimmy the advice to just print the book black and white and send it out. And if that's the case, that person should never be listened to ever.
Again,
at the end of the day, you crowdfunded this book with the intention of it being colored.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You can't just go run a second chance campaign to try and unfuck the mistake because you had a health problem, or you had a colorist walk away. That's not their problem. That's a you problem. you need to make sure that you're vetting your people when you bring them in, and you're paying those people on time, and they're good for their work. That has nothing to do with the consumer. That's all on you.
Mm-hmm.
And
Sure.
I have seen some of these higher profile people hide behind the disclaimer on Indiegogo and Kickstarter. So, oh well, there's no guarantee. Like,
Yes, I believe that this happened here also.
Yeah, like this isn't a pre-order. This is
No.
like, there's no guarantee that you will get this product.
It's a crowdfunding.
That is not the mentality to have in this business, especially from a comic standpoint. It's not like tech where something like at the end of the day, if you invest in a piece of technology and something goes wrong, like, yeah, it's unfortunate. You lost out on that money. You're never getting it back. It's too expensive. By comparison, comics are very cheap, and they're easy to project manage. And I don't say that as a way to, like, discount what, like, Dave, what you do, or what I do, or even what you do, Darkside is. Every single one of these books is a labor, but it's manageable. There is never going to be a problem that arises where you don't have a solution. It's not like a high theory concept in tech where it's like, well, theoretically this should work, and then in practical application it doesn't. We have way more command and control over our product, and as a result, if people back something, we need to deliver that. But I know that I have now talked for the past 10 minutes, so I will open the floor.
I think Jimmy is not doing this, for malicious reasons. I've seen a lot of tweets he's doing. I believe he made just a bad decision, and he was very open about that he was, doing this, but then it completely backfired. And then, he made a tweet that he's just, oh, well, I'm going to leave now. I think, okay, that's a little extreme. You get some flack about the decision that you make, and now you want to, I don't know, go radio silence. I don't think that's a good idea. I believe a lot of people talked to him, I guess, and now he's still tweeting, explaining the situation. And I'm new to this all crowdfunding stuff, but even I pay my artist, I have a colorist that I hope stays. So on the other hand, I can understand if you are putting, let's say, a lot of money into, let's say, a colorist, for instance, and then the colorist maybe halfway or near the end of the book drops out, and you pay maybe a couple of $1,000 to, color the page. You have to start over again for a couple of times. It costs a lot of money. Still, you raise $55K. You can say, hey, listen, my colorist is dropped. I need to find another colorist. It's going to take some more time. Please bear with me, right? So, being transparent instead of, I want to get this book into the hands of the customers. Although I believe the campaign was from end 2023, if I saw it correctly.
It's not. It's by comparison to other projects we've seen in crowdfunding. It is nowhere near as past deadline.
No, exactly. I mean, I see a lot of people from higher echelon, 3 years late, 4 years late, right, with zero communication or just barely communication. I think Jimmy is doing all right. Only he did he made a bad decision, and. But people just say, hey, they forgive him, I guess. But a lot of people are just pretty angry about.
Yeah, there's like some people think it's perfectly fine, but other people are really angry.
Mm-hmm.
So it really differs. I saw someone state that he is supporting the creator, so he basically doesn't care what he gets. So some people do that, right? But still, I can't imagine as a creator that you offer something, you build a campaign for a specific product, whether it's a game or something else, and you don't deliver what's promised, unless like it's additional content, right? Like we did with the artist edition of Perfect 10. We added like 50 pages to the book. No one complains about that because
Yeah.
that is awesome. But if you take things away, like no color, right?
Yeah.
You don't do that.
You can't downgrade a product. You can
Yes.
only upgrade.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like
Yes.
Especially if you have 55K. Sorry. But,
and I think Bristolian Dave in the comments brings up a great thing. If you can't pay a colorist out of your campaign funds, then you pay out of pockets. Is what all of us writers have to do. And
Yes. Absolutely.
This is 100% the case. And here is another thing that I've seen, and I think is a genuine problem for a lot of these higher campaigns. That money is not their money. It is not their money until the customer has the book in their hands. Then whatever's left over from that, after accomplishing that endeavor, because that's the whole point, right? The whole point is, as crowdfunding, it is a way to earn back your it is a way to finish the production of the product, get it fulfilled, and hopefully earn back your overhead that you put in up front, right? Like that's the goal. It doesn't always go that way, but that is the hope, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that way you can continue to keep doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we all know how expensive making comics is, right? We all start at the bottom from our own pockets, and then hopefully people, back your books, and from there, you go hopefully up, and up, right? So getting more funds, so that you don't have to put on your own personal reserve, that what I'm doing right now. But yeah, I'm agree with you, Michael. This is.
Let me say hi to the chat for a moment.
Yes.
By the way,
yes, of course.
Some new people. Mo Biggs, welcome, Mo.
Hello, Mo.
He says it's all the more insulting because black and white is weep adjacent.
So Mo, if I'm doing a black and white book, you won't support it? Is that what you are saying? Probably that's a yes. Mine is colored, by the way.
Oh, it's colored. All right, good. Bristolian Dave says Jimmy fucked up. He should have been honest and clear with backers that he was having colorist issues. Yeah. They would have waited. Instead, he sent out a complete product. Well, according to Jimmy, he did communicate. He says so through streams or whatever. But not everyone watches the streams, right?
But it has to be a campaign update, because if you say that stuff on a stream, as you just said, Dave, people aren't watching YouTube all the time, right? Like at the end of the day, it has to be in writing in a place where your customers are pretty much guaranteed to see it, right? And to that fact, if he was having the colorist issues, we just talked about Jimmy is the personal inker of David Finch. All that dude would have to do is go to like a Facebook or Instagram page, or maybe not Instagram page because they don't have like groups like that. But if you go to a Facebook group, or hell, even advertise on Twitter that you need a new colorist because you've been ghosted.
Oh yeah.
You'll have 20 people, and I guarantee you at least a handful of them are going to offer you a discount on their rate just to be able to work with you because of the network that opens up.
Yeah, this is why it doesn't make sense. You have connections. You can reach out. You can reach out to people, right? It's weird. So now, like Bristolian Dave says here, the worst part is if he's gonna help him by doing a variant cover to actually be able to produce the initial product. So Jimmy needed someone from the outside to help him. So he didn't ask for it. He didn't ask for help with producing the book that the backers actually paid for.
Yeah.
But someone else told him, "Hey, you can't do this, man. Let me help you." Right? And so I don't think we'll be that lucky when we for some reason things go wrong, and
no.
So we have to find other ways, right? But you have to find a way. There's always and as long as you communicate with your backers, you keep them in the loop, and and you try to solve the issue, then you will get a lot of support.
You get a lot of goodwill.
Yeah.
People just want to know what's going on. And so long as you do that, most people are going to be understanding.
Yes.
Moses,
you guys scoff, but Jimmy had to downgrade to installing a standard pool, not gold plating.
Yeah.
Wow. It sets the words precedent. If you fuck up, I'll bail you out if you're in my circle. Yeah, it's kind of like that.
Yeah,
I suppose.
I mean, it's nice to have someone like that have your back, right? But it's.
But I think the big problem is that it should have been a proactive solution, not reactive, right? Like at the end of the day, if you're having issues like that, reach out to your peers and ask for help beforehand, and see what you can do what you're supposed to up front. And because at the end of the day, yes, it's good that he's got someone that is helping him, ensuring that the people get the books that they were supposed to get. But it was crowdfunded to be a colored book. Whatever private turmoil or anything like that Jimmy has endured with his project,
sure,
that isn't really the backer's problem. That is his to figure out.
Yeah, we all have things to deal with. Every campaign has new challenges. Things seldom go smooth or like planned. Things change, right? So you have to deal with it. But you promise something, people give you money for something, and you deliver what you promise. It's that simple, right?
Yeah.
Bristolian Davis is not happy about the situation. Once you start getting most of your income from drama farming bollocks, you lose sight of everything. Right? Welcome, George.
Hey, George.
welcome, George. By the way, George is he did the graphic design for the artist edition, Perfect 10 Artist Edition. People are getting that book right now. Ethics in crowdfunding, screw ethics. Get cash and subcontract the work to slave labor overseas, just like Nike, Apple. Do what the billion-dollar
companies
do. Yeah, right.
Oh,
well,
he has a point. Just take the money and run, right? I'm kidding. Do that.
This all over the place with the controversy. Is the black and white issue or not?
I really think that what it comes down to is what Jimmy did was 100% wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't there's so much stuff being circulated about things going on behind the scenes with it, where it's I can't say I don't want to go out there and demonize another creator. I don't know what's going on in his life. And I don't know why he thought that this was specifically the right way to go about things, while this specific thing hasn't been talked about, the controversy of getting your product to your customers and communicating with them has been such a big issue over the past few years. So sending out I understand, you want to get your books out to people, but you need to get it out the way that you pitched it.
Yeah, I noticed that he gained some backers. His, I believe a couple of days ago was 5,500 something. So we got at least a couple of backers more.
Well, it's closed. It was closed for a few days.
Yeah, but now I believe
it's closed now for sure.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Miranda says the fact that he wasn't honest and now is doing this Band-Aid campaign, which is sharing backers $25 more, or charging backers $25 more to get the color version. I'd never buy from this guy. Well, this is the thing. I saw sentiments on Twitter from people saying this is why I lose faith in crowdfunders. This is something that affects everyone.
Yes.
And for someone like like when you bring in 55K, maybe you have some leeway. You can take a little bit of chances.
Yeah.
I know, but we can't.
No.
It's
I remember Rainey doing her crowdfunding campaign. I believe there was a first, and she had a perk up that she couldn't, afford colors. And then was a perk like a stretch goal. So if you hit 10,000, then we're getting colored, right? And it was in the beginning, right? And it worked. And she had it first was the black and white, and then it turned into really
fully colored book.
Yeah, what's in that back last name? Straczynski, I believe. If I'm
you're talking about Rini Strachowski.
Yeah, exactly, and that worked.
She did that for Fiendish 1.
Fiendish, exactly, indeed. But if you have 55K, again, we don't know what happens behind the scenes. We don't know what happened in his personal life. But I believe somebody maybe whispered in his ears. I don't want to play devil advocate, for Jimmy or something. I don't know him at all, but I don't think he's really a bad guy. Just not a good decision for the people that backed his book, right? It's
What got me a little bit
reputation. Yeah.
What got me a little bit angry is that he seemed a little bit dismissive of like criticism. Like, well, this is the decision that I made. So I just wanted a refund, but I couldn't because the campaign was closed.
To a degree, like I get the like just making that statement, like you at the end of the day you made a decision. It's not like you can walk back. What's been done has been done.
It's on the
right. Like the unfortunate thing is that if he was having these issues, this is a pretty when it comes down to creating comics, it's a pretty insular community. Every single one of us has faced some sort of struggle or issue while making a book, and so all you would have need to do is talk to someone and just be like, hey, I'm having this like the amount of people that have had issues with colorists that have made like development hell is numerous. Like, and it's one of those things where a colorist is is such an important part of the book because the line work and everything sets the aesthetic, but the colors set tone. And so you can't just bring in a new colorist. You have to actually have them do like a test page to make sure that they're able to match the style. Otherwise, you're going to have to start all over again. And so like that's where it's important to use the tools that you have. And one of those tools is there's a whole community of creators with people that have had similar situations, shared experience. And I don't think he did that. And there's pride that goes in this, but like at the end of the day, you're doing a crowdfunded product. Your backers are expecting something. You need to make sure that they get it. It's time to suck up the pride and talk to people.
Right.
Welcome, Aljamil. He says, I agree with Odin. Take responsibility, communicate the problem, propose a new reasonable deadline, and update the backers all along the way. Yes, that's the way to do it. 58 Underground, welcome, sir. I stopped supporting crowdfunded comics after 2 campaigns. I pledged for 2 years ago, never sent me comics. That's crazy. I only buy from Dave because he has been trustworthy and cared about his fans from day one.
Oh,
well, thank you. I try, but there are more like creators who are trustworthy. But the campaigns where things go wrong, they get all the attention.
Yep.
And for some reason, these are campaigns that do pretty well. They bring in a lot of backers. I don't know if there's a correlation. I don't know. By the way, guys, I posted a poll in the chat with the question: is it okay for a creator to deliver the backers something else than what they expect? And 7% says sure, it's creator's dream, and 93% so far says no. I back what I want to have.
Yeah, okay, I see that.
All right, so there is some. Not everyone is on the same page.
Well, I mean, and I think that it's important to clarify that it's not just, oh, we're switching this because of a creative vision, like a change of creative vision. It's a, well, I like it, like I feel like I can't provide what I offered, at which case that's not your customer problem. That is you need to figure out how to make it happen. So
yeah, exactly. This is your problem. This is the problem. Welcome to Rabbit Hole, Cooper. Welcome, sir. This is not brain surgery. I plan on giving my backers exactly what I advertised. I'm late at all already, but I'm not going to cut corners, and I didn't have near the funds. Look, man, there are very few backers who really care that you're late. Just keep people updated. You know, when you go past year 2, then it might be a problem, right? But be communicative.
Yeah, communication is key.
Do what you can do, right? Because backers are also trying to help you, the creator, right? So they want to be part of the process. They give you money to make the book, so keep them part of the process the entire time.
Yeah. I mean, I'm learning a lot from this, right? I mean, learning from you guys, but also from, other creators that, I learned what you don't want to do, especially that.
Yeah, but this just makes sense. No one needs to tell you, hey man, you can't give your customers or your backers a black and white book when they paid for a color book.
That's true.
correct.
It's common sense, right?
Yeah, well, it's not only that; it's also the communication part of it, right? So, because I'm wondering, what is Jimmy going to do now, right?
Imagine paying to see a movie about Cleopatra, and she's not even black. This is the level of beta switch.
Yeah, with you, Mo.
Imagine that, Mo.
You're not triggering me into like a 3-hour history rant. We're not doing that. I have other things I've got to get done today.
All right, yeah. 17 votes up to now. Thank you so much, guys. Welcome all. Welcome, Everett Todd. You're not supposed to start a crowdfunding without a finished product that you need help taken to the mass market.
I don't necessarily agree with that. Like, especially like, you need to have a good portion of the book done. I try to have at least half of the book complete before I launch. Like nowadays, you need to have pretty much close to the book being done, especially with how competition has gone with, the Rippaverse having doing pretty much instantaneous fulfillment. But I don't necessarily agree. Not everybody's going to be bringing in millions of dollars on a campaign. And most of us are doing this on top of actual day jobs and everything like that. I don't think that you need to have the full book before you start crowdfunding. You need to have a sizable amount of it done to showcase that there is, you have invested into it. But in an ideal world, I would say that this is accurate, but most people that are making comics in the indie space, crowdfunding is the way to ensure that they can finish production and try and get back some of their overhead.
Yeah.
We don't have mass market distribution, and most of us will not be able to get that because the requirements to get into Diamond, you're talking hundreds of thousands of copies available for them to distribute, and they want multiple titles of that. It's just not realistic for where we are in terms of scale.
Yeah,
I get your point, Everett. This is what I mean, that results like this campaign, they affect everyone, so all small creators also, because people begin to demand that the book is mostly done or completely done, which to me goes against the principle of crowdfunding. You crowdfund to produce something, right? And if we start to demand that books are finished before you can even crowdfund, then most books will never see the light of day, because they can't be produced.
It's not cheap.
No.
On average, I would say the indie comic costs anywhere between $200 to $300 a page, for pencils, inks, colors, letters.
Yeah.
And those are for like the quality ones.
Right.
Like it is not an inexpensive ordeal, and people got bills to pay, people got mouths to feed. So I don't think that as a policy is there, because not everybody is coming from a thing where they, did comics in the mainstream industry and had a part in creating massive characters, so they get residual checks every couple of months whenever that character is used, right? That's not something that most people get. Most of us are just trying to get our names in. And who knows, maybe one day we're able to make a stepping stone into a larger publisher like Image or Boom or whomever, right? Like maybe one day we're able to get to that point, but we're doing this out of a labor of love, and we've got to be able to take care of what we do at home. And that's important.
Sure. Yeah. And personally, I don't really care how far a book is into production, right? I go to campaign page, I see something that I like, I see the date, maybe it's estimated the date of delivery, then and then, right? I don't care if it's 100% done or 25% or even 0, as long as the book is done
on that
when it says
on that time.
that it's done, right?
Yeah,
that's it. That's all that I care about. And how people do it, that's their problem. That's not my problem, right? Marinus used the money he earned as a woman of the night to fund his comic.
I'm working for it, Dave, but not as a woman of the night or a man of the night, for that matter. I have a normal job.
Welcome, Amanda B.
Hey,
she was the one, by the way, who brought it to my attention. She says he did it in updates, but wasn't clear. No, I read the updates, and it kind of ended with that the perks were printed and people were getting the perks, and I was like, what does he mean? And then later on, we discovered during streams that he was talking about the books. So the books were done; they were printed. So it was far too late to like discuss it with the backers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marinus may have to use the color budget to pay an attorney to deal with Sugar's trademark infringement lawsuit. Right.
Oh my God.
Welcome, Kyle Prometheus. Welcome, sir. Love the latest cover, Lock and Load. It's got the sugar. Yeah, it's a fantastic cover.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's talking about Perfect 10 Book 5. Guys, the link to Perfect 10 Book 5 is in the description. Please sign up. We go live in 2 weeks.
What?
So, yes.
Oh, man.
Yep. So get it.
It's the same time that you launched, like
I have to hurry on,
Michael, but in 2 weeks.
Get it.
Al Jamil says a few weeks or a few months is late. A few weeks, really? Is that late? Yeah. What is late?
I mean, it's technically late.
Technically, yes, sure. Years late is poor time management. Yes,
I agree with that. Yeah,
sure.
I agree.
At the very least, if not just being a jerk.
Yeah.
Mo Big says, I farm drama the old-fashioned way for free. It ain't much, but it's hard work. Welcome, Philip. Philip V.
Hi, Philip.
Welcome. Agent Cobb asks, what happened? That's a long story. It's a long story right now. So, yeah.
Short story is somebody would put out a book with colors, and then he said, I'm going to make a black and white book, and people are pissed. Basically, that's the very, very, very short form.
Well, he didn't really say it. He just did it.
He just did it, and like I think that's ultimately the thing is there was no. I think that if he had communicated beforehand and be like, would you even just ask, would you be okay? If this, like I've been having issues with this colorist thing. Like,
so wait a minute. So maybe I missed that part. Did he actually go to print already?
like there are people that already have the book in black and white. That's why this became a massive deal.
Oh, I thought it was just announcing that he's going to do that.
No, that was the whole the whole thing that started it off was somebody got their books and it was black and white and they called him a grifter and a con artist.
Jesus,
which I don't feel is like as I said, because I don't think that there was any ill intent on Jimmy's behalf. This was just a bad decision.
It was a bad decision. I didn't know that. I thought it was made an announcement that, hey, we're going to go to print and I'm going to put out the books.
Like that was the whole thing is people at least one person got the book and it was black and white and they posted it up on socials and he was just like, oh well, I had all these issues with the colorist and so I made this decision and what have you. I'm going to be doing a crowdfunding campaign to do the colored version, and that caused a snowball.
Yeah, for the record, guys, we're not calling Jimmy Reyes a con artist or whatever. No. We just think he made a bad decision.
So Amanda B is clarifying. No, printer sent it to him yesterday. I don't believe anyone has the book. Okay, so maybe he had posted a picture of the black and white books, and people were freaking out about that. I must have misread. But I mean, the point is that this is where it's important when you face a trouble like this, you need to be proactive and communicate with your backers about what you can do for your next course of action. Like I don't think that Jimmy did any of this stuff with ill intent. I don't think I wouldn't classify Jimmy as a grifter or anything, you know. I backed the first Dragon Rage, wasn't my cup of tea. Art was gorgeous. Storytelling wasn't where I would have liked it to be. But like, you know, so like I didn't back this campaign. But like you know, at the end of the day, he got the first book out. He fulfilled it in a timely manner. I don't think it was ridiculously late or anything from what I recall. I think he was actually ahead of schedule, if I recall correctly. So like I don't think that this was done from a place of like ill intent, but I do think that this was a very costly decision that is going to make it very difficult for him to move forward.
Yeah. Well, I think this mistake will work itself out. He has help right now, and so he will bring in more money even, and then he has some black and white versions also that he can sell. I think for him, the damage won't be too large, I think, but maybe. it's a reputational thing, probably, maybe. Like,
well, that's what I'm saying is that at the end of the day, this isn't going to cost him in the near future because he's got help and they're helping him out. The question will be the next time Jimmy Reyes does a campaign, are the people actually going to come out and support? Because this was done, and I mean we've all been talking here for the past hour, and we don't even fully understand all of the stuff. We're just going off of what we've seen on social media, trying to piece that together. Right. And we're just the people that are paying attention, and we're not even going that far in depth. It's literally going to be a whole thing of how many people are going to see this as just a complete betrayal and swear him off.
Right. Al-Jamil says, that's why I usually get digital books from crowdfunders I don't know a lot about. I don't spend a lot of money and it allows me to see how they handle things. This is very clever. I do this also. Let me see. No one hates Jimmy. No one hates Jimmy. They hate how he's gone about everything and the bullshit coming from the top.
Yeah.
he's made a mistake, and people are allowed to be upset. But some of the reactions I'm seeing are over the top.
But
Yes.
and unfortunately, that's just Twitter in a nutshell, right? Like that's social media in a nutshell.
Sure.
Something bad happens, and you're going to regardless of how bad it actually is, you're going to have people that treat it like, a nuclear bomb just went off.
Yes. They're always. I was with Perfect 10.3. Yeah, with Perfect 10.3, I was 3 months late. There were 2 people that really tried to make my life miserable about it. There always some, right? They blow it way out of proportion. It's not fun. It's not fun for me. It's not fun for the creator when something goes wrong or when you're late, right? You want to fix things, but some backers think like they own you or something. It's weird.
Yeah, I paid for it, thus I need this and I need that. Right? They're demanding.
Well, so Amanda's in the chat and saying that he also references this campaign as a pen and ink version. Can we scroll down? I want to look like
1 sec. Yeah,
let's take
I'm
a
way
look
behind, guys. I'm so sorry. She says his first mention of black and white in updated was months ago. Oh, really?
Yeah.
But it said the upgraded artist edition from the 40 to 44 pages. So let's scroll down and take a look at what the campaign says.
You want to go through the campaign?
I don't want to go through the whole campaign. I want to go see what he is saying the book is going to be.
All right.
Just go to the story.
The story. Right.
Yeah.
Story.
Let's go to the story.
Continue reading. All right. There we go. Okay. Beautiful covers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gorgeous.
I backed this one. Really cool. David Finch cover. Awesome.
All right. So hold on. A preview of the interior artwork is below. Let's scroll down.
It looks nice, by the way.
I mean,
really
yeah, but all we're seeing right now is black and white. So my question is
did he change things?
All right. No, because this campaign's closed. You can't edit a campaign after it's been closed.
Oh, okay.
If you look at the right side, give me everything plus. It says 40-page full color comic.
Oh yeah, here it says.
Yeah, then this is a problem.
Yeah.
So scroll down. Let's look at the perk tiers. Do all of them say?
There's 78 people. Full color also 323 people.
That's a lot.
Full color. It also has full color.
Okay, so then here's the deal is regardless of what he said, regardless of the art being black and white on here, maybe in one of the updates he called it the pen and ink version. Unless this was just a way to hold backers over until he could get it colored, at which point he needed to communicate that better.
Oh wait, here's mentioned the Dragon Rage, the Crown of Fire pen and ink edition
have arrived. We have given the green light to our printer to start printing the comic books. We expect to have them ready within 2 weeks. This means we will begin shipping shortly.
What was the date that he?
November 2023.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, you mean the date of this?
Yes.
6 days ago.
July. Okay.
So and then is there anything about it being black and white prior to that? Let's scroll down.
Right. Let me see. This is the 19 days ago. Deluxe art prints. Ordered patients.
Nope.
If you need updated address, I don't think so. The comic books are still in printing stage, and we are patiently waiting our turn.
Okay.
All right. So
October,
the word at the printer
color with
19
him
days
doing
ago.
it.
Yeah.
So let's.
Oh, that looks nice.
Yeah, it looks really good.
More updates of the printer. Be back soon. All right. So has been sent to the printer. So 29 days ago.
Okay.
We send it to the printer.
It says below, additional new campaign for the full color edition of Dragon Race, the Crown of Fire, feature the cover. Wait a minute. That's the next issue. Crown of Fire is the follow-up.
Oh, the next issue. Yeah.
No, Crown of Fire is this book.
Really?
So, yes, because so here's the deal. He's doing a new cover to entice. So here,
right.
He had the issue with the colorist. Let's scroll down and see when he says that it's going to be black and white, because this is very clearly being done with the intent of getting people to back people who backed this campaign to back again for a colored edition of the book, and this is not okay.
But it says here, additionally, a new campaign for the full color edition of Dragon Rage: The Crown of Fire, featuring cover by
ZHC and series creator
will be launched soon.
All
so
right.
This is where you mentioned it.
That's where he mentions the upcoming campaign.
I think so, yeah.
Keeping it 100. Let's take a look.
The art is completed. The lettering is also finished. Pre-press page.
Let's go down. May the rage be with you. After a long and arduous journey, I'm thrilled to announce that has been completely lettered. While a few pages, if you want to add additional perks, pledge now. All right, but he's still presenting the black and white pages.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's not much talk about colors.
Amanda said that the last time it was mentioned in color was in October. So let's go back. Let's just scroll down until we get the. That's where the problem is.
Yeah.
Is he's giving all these updates, but at the end of the day, people
Yeah, he did refer to a pen and ink edition. I think that's his way of saying there won't be color.
Yeah, but I want to go back to let's look at his updates from November of 2023. Let's just scroll all the way down to there.
All right.
Because this was October was the last time he mentioned colors, is what Amanda says. So this is
November.
Right, here we go. As we enter November, the season of gratitude is upon us. This year, I have a lot to be thankful for, and one of the things I'm grateful for is all of you, the backers of this project. Thanks to your generous contributions, Dragon Rage will soon become a reality, and you can hold it in your hands. The artwork is progressing smoothly, and I work on it every day. I appreciate your patience, and I can't wait to hold the finished comic book in my hands and dive into the story. I have received several inquiries about my health, and I appreciate your concern and empathy. My heart condition has shown some improvement since my last. I'm not going to try and pronounce that because I will butcher it. However, I will only know the extent of the progress after my upcoming echo, which is scheduled for later this month. Despite the various obstacles I have encountered during the project, I am determined to complete it and make it my best work. Due to the challenges, this project has become more special to me, and I want to ensure that it is my best work. While I want to leave you on a positive note, please feel free to share what you are grateful for this year. Echocardiogram is what it is. Okay, thank you, Mo.
Yeah, cardiogram.
But
yes.
And so what do we have before this one?
Well, it sucks with this
all right
health issues.
Yeah. Some of you have heard that my heart feels this is true. Once I'm backing on the interior.
It's more personal.
Okay.
Stuff. Yeah, it's a long time about color, but you can, there are things going on. He's still drawing, so you can guess that the color stage will come later, right? But
there's nothing being said that there's going to be a transition from a full color. Oh, hold on. There's more text there. Scroll back up.
Yeah.
I'd intended to fulfill the book in November, but now it will be delayed by a few months. As I mentioned earlier, I've been working on the project every day. However, I recently discovered that my colorist is fully booked until December. Consequently, to avoid any further delays, I have taken. Oh, dude.
You're talking too much work. Yeah.
Yep.
No. This is an even bigger problem. He took on the personal responsibility of coloring the book. That's what it says. It says, consequently, to avoid any further delays, I have taken on the task of coloring the book myself. Therefore, I am currently responsible for pencil, inking, and coloring the entire interior artwork. Oof. Jimmy.
You can just hire someone, right? When you need help, just reach out. There are plenty of people in this community who want to help you.
The problem is now, if you're going through and you're looking at this, and we're not taking in context who Jimmy is as a person based off of any of our interactions. We are looking at the black and white text. He says he is going to take this on personally. That he is going to color the pencil, ink, and color the book. Then he delivers a black and white book to his backers. That after they had paid for a full colored version, and he never informed them that that the colored version was never going to happen until another crowdfunding campaign. Do you see where I'm coming from?
Yeah. Here he states that so he basically says the book will be colored, but he'll be the colorist. And then later on, he is starting to mention a book called the pen and ink version, which is basically his way of saying you won't get color.
Yeah, but like that's not properly informing people.
No, that's
and this is where he sunk himself. Mm-hmm. Because the problem is that, all right, let's say, and I don't I'm not saying that this will ever go to court or anything like that. Let's say somebody took Jimmy to court over false advertising of a product. This is a noose. Yeah, and I don't think that this was an intentional thing. You're like, he probably realized, I can't possibly do all of this with everything that I have going on with my health and everything like that.
Could it be that he just, hear me out, again, not playing devil advocate, but when it comes to his health issues, that he maybe have so much in his mind that he forgot to update it, that it's not going to be colored by himself?
But that's still the problem, is
communication.
The absence of that communication.
Yeah.
Is the big problem here, because he said, okay, the colorist I hired is fully booked up. I'm going to take it on. I will color the book.
Yeah.
Then we go several months and he never formally says, hey guys, due to my health condition, I have come to the conclusion that I just don't have it in me to color the book. If there is anybody that would like a refund for this, I completely understand.
Yes.
Offer them the chance.
Yes, that would have been good.
This is where he hanged himself.
Yeah, my initial response was I want a refund, but the campaign was closed. So what you gonna do, right?
Yeah, but people still can ask for a refund, right? If they're not happy with the product. If they're gonna get it.
Color.
God damn it, Mo.
Right. Yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing. And I do think we should judge every campaign by itself and not every campaign, every creator. We're all different, right? So
the
things
unfortunate
go
thing
wrong.
Is that's not how it works, Dave. Is people see somebody who makes 55 grand on a campaign or makes 100K on a campaign and either doesn't deliver when they're scheduled or delivers and Jimmy's art in this is fantastic. So we're not going to I don't like to use the word subpar, but he pitched a colored comic and delivered a black and white one.
Yeah.
After taking personal responsibility for the colors.
By the way, we don't know what the status now is. There is no update that tells us that he won't be shipping out the black and whites, that people will get the colors. That will be. I don't think so. So we don't know what the status is right now. Apart from that, some people will help him with a new campaign. That's what we know. So yeah. So when the colored versions come, we don't really know, and what the plan is with the black and white versions, we don't really know.
Yeah, I heard about second chance campaign and all that stuff, but how it's going to work out, right?
I don't know if he's still planning on doing that. I have no idea what's going on with this. All I can say is that it's frustrating because this could have been avoided.
Yeah,
easily,
very easily.
Yeah. Not only that,
because
right?
he does state in his updates, hey, my colorist is fully booked.
Yeah.
And then he takes it onto himself to color. And then we have these statuses about his health being in decline. All it would have taken is like, look, because of this, I don't think I have it in me to color the book.
Sure. Yeah.
And I would understand if anybody would want a refund from that, and I'm happy to oblige. Contact me with your backer number, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But if you are willing to accept, I am still planning on doing this. It'll just be a black and white edition. This is what it's going to look like, which will also speed up the production time. And if there had been that that transparency, because we can't say that he didn't say like all of a sudden it becomes the black and ink edition.
No, you can't do that.
No.
That's not the same as telling people, hey, I know I said that I was going to do this. Now I'm not.
Welcome, David Feed, by the way.
Hey, David.
Right.
He's helping me with the campaign, by the way. Right.
Well, the campaign, the chat is very, very active. I'm sorry, guys, if I miss anything.
My only, fear, quote unquote, is that what will be the results for backers, right? I mean, there's so much. I mean, if I'm going a little bit sideways, there's so much drama nowadays. A couple of months with everything, and it's still going on. And I see a result in backers or fans of comics that are, dropping out, don't want to be part of the drama anymore. Therefore, probably not. How do you say, trusting creators with the work anymore because of the drama, and all this stuff going on is not helping getting in new backers that said, hey, listen, we got a new project, and now said, oh, I'm a little bit hesitant, I'm gonna wait, I'm not gonna buy the first book, maybe the second book, because I want to know if the new creator, just like me, I'm a new creator, can you deliver? And I cannot blame it. Right, I cannot absolutely blame him, but
and that's the big thing, is that every single time somebody does this, especially a bigger campaign, it dissuades more people from backing.
Right.
And Bristolian Day says unless he spent all the money on something other than the book, so didn't want to give refunds. That's irrelevant. This isn't a matter of you have to do what you have to do.
Yeah.
And I understand. There's a very, very good chance that some of the campaign funds ended up being used to pay for medical bills. That is unfortunate. That's not how this is supposed to work. As I stated earlier, the campaign funds are not yours until the book is in people's hands.
True.
What you have left over from that is your money. Until you get to that point, you do not have a right to spend any of it on anything that is not pertaining to the book.
Mm-hmm. Mo Big says you've been a little rough on old Jimmy Ogden. By the way, by way of a peace offering, could you serenade us all with Cyndi Lauper's True Colors?
I will not, because
you have something with colors, right? It's not black and white, and it's colors.
Campaign funds, custom fonts, soundtracks, and car insurance.
He's telling you, he's telling you something, right?
And what is really sad about this is it comes down to a missing sentence.
Yeah.
Right. A missing sentence is all it would have taken.
Yeah, a little bit more, little better communication.
All that it would have taken. This is a sentence. Hey, I know that I said that I was going to do the colors. I can't.
Mm-hmm.
If that is with where my health is, I can't do that. And I don't think I can afford to bring in another colorist. If this means that you want a refund, I can do that. And you know what? People probably would have been gracious with that.
Yeah.
We just talked about, there's an immense amount of empathy in crowdfunding. Every creator has a million things that they're juggling outside of just this.
Mm-hmm.
So when you have something come up and you communicate it, your backers are probably going to be like, yeah, okay, we got you, man. But by missing that sentence, he really just he hanged himself, because it's not even you had issues with the colorist. It's, dude, you became the colorist.
Yeah.
You took that on yourself.
What David says here, he could have started out with it being a black and white book, and then maybe later upscale to color.
Not really, David, because the first book had come out in full color.
All right.
Dragon Rage 1 was full color. If he came out immediately with it being in black and white, I don't I think that people would have been scratching their head as to why. You already did one book full color. Why aren't you doing the second one? I think that the problem here is he didn't communicate, and as a result, people feel hoodwinked.
But his art does look good in black and white.
It looks fantastic. This isn't a condemnation of Jimmy Reyes' skill as an artist.
No.
And it's not even a condemnation of what he did here. This was like, in my opinion, this was an oversight. The guy's health wasn't doing well.
Yeah.
And I do think that there is a chance where he might have just not forgot to include it in an update when he meant to.
In the end, it is good. It is good that he got some help from outside to help him with this, because he clearly needs it.
But it's unfortunate, because going back and reading the updates, he straight up says, yeah, my colorist isn't able to finish the book. But then he takes it on himself. And that makes this so much worse, because now you could, if you knew nothing about Jimmy Reyes and you read that, it's a bad look. It makes it look like, well, I don't feel like doing it anymore. So I'm just going to half-ass and put out just the black and white.
Right. Well, we'll see what happens next. I gotta say, when I get the book, I don't know what's going to happen, right? But when I get the book and it's black and white, I'm gonna be a little bit disappointed.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah.
Please don't hang yourself for missing out. Sign up for Perfect 10.5 today. Thank you so much for sharing the links, Mo, today. Thank you so much. I'm not going to read the last one.
What does he say?
Go ahead and read it.
Really? No, it doesn't feel right. Look, man, we have nothing against Jimmy. We don't want this is a bad situation.
Yeah.
And we wish him all the best, But this was basically an example. We think about what you shouldn't do when you run a campaign, right?
Right.
Is it? All right. Excellent. Oh, wow. Shall we end a little bit with, for instance, guys, in 2 weeks, we go live with Perfect 10, Book 5, POWERTRIP, Book 2. This will be 2 new books. I sent the pages for The Flying Dutchman, which is a story within POWERTRIP Book 2. I sent the page to the letterer. That's the last thing that needs to be done for that. And we will go live in 2 weeks. So sign up. Please do sign up. You get something extra. We have a early bird deal going on. So you don't want to miss that. Thank you all so much. And let's see. And guys, you can also back The Embrace Part 2.
Yeah, do it. Come on, let's go to 50 backers today.
I would like to get higher than 50 today.
Yeah, of course. But,
70, that'd be awesome.
Let's go over to this threshold first.
What? What's going on? Right. All right. This is cool. 49 backers in your first day. Fantastic, man.
Yeah, that's great.
Absolutely fantastic. So guys, go check that out. The links to all of this is also in the description of the video. And Alex says, I was the first one to back the Embrace 2.
Yes, he was.
Wow.
Hey guys, I've got a pull pitch. I know that we're ending, but I've got to be somewhere, and it takes a bit to drive there, so I've got to roll out.
All right, man. Yeah, we're gonna end.
You got heated in the last half hour. It was good, but you guys have a good one.
Yeah, you too, man.
Cheers.
Drink a lot of water. Yeah. Yeah, it was very.
Bye,
hard.
Michael.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Will Perfect 10 be colored? Yes, it will. It will. It will. What I do? Og is the one who refused to sing. Yes, he is.
Right.
Right.
I mean, I got a couple of color pages in, so yeah.
Cool. Yeah, yeah. Your campaign or your production is going according to plan?
Going. Yeah, we did a couple of sketch cards. The second one will be drawn and colored, and then we go on to the next page. I banged before it was cool.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Stop the screen. All right. Marinus, thank you for being here with me for doing this stream. This is a fun little format, right? Maybe something when we have something to discuss, we can bring you on.
Oh, of course, you can always reach out to me. I mean, if I'm not working or I'm doing other stuff, you can always reach out to me, and I'm happy to go on stream with you, right? I mean, we know each other for a couple of years.
Wait, Marinus. Important question. Will Gemini Crusader 1 be colored?
100%. If you want, I can show you a page.
Really? You want to do that now?
If you have the time and people are still interested.
Sure. Let's show a page. You have a new page?
Well, not colored. So I want only show.
All right. Yeah.
Let me do a colored page first.
All right. All right, guys. You get a peek at the upcoming book for Gemini Crusader.
Yeah.
A page, not a trading card.
Not a trading card. Share screen. Let's see if this will do.
All right, this will do. Let's see. There we go.
Can you see it?
Oh, yes.
So this is the color page. It's already been done.
That kicks ass, man.
Scrolling down a little bit here. There's a lot of things going on in medieval times. You know, all these monsters. And what the hell is this? Oh, my God. Isn't this
wow. Cool? That's bonkers.
That's absolutely bonkers. So yeah, this is going to be in color, of course, unless you want to have the black and white edition. I can do that for you too. We can have an extra tier for those.
That's something you can do, right? The art is done, so you can make an extra book.
Yeah. I can show a black and white page if you just give me a second.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Just give me a second here.
Right.
So over here.
I'm starting to get a little bit nervous. So in 2 weeks we launch a new campaign, right? I'm always nervous just before we launch.
I mean, you have done this before. This is all new to me, so I have to prove a lot. I can show you the Alan Goldman cover. That is. Do you saw the Alan Goldman cover, Dave, by the way, or not?
I think you showed it to me.
Yeah.
Or you showed it to me in layout stage.
Yeah, it's still in layout stage. It's been colored as we speak. So
Undercard says it looks great, Marinus.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, I'll show you the Alan Goldman. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I have to do this, then this. So from the top, this is one of the covers, one of the free in total, including a POWERTRIP cover. So this thing that needs to covered up has already been covered up, so don't worry about that. There's a little bit nudity. It's been covered up, so I rectified that. So as you can,
I think it's really cool that people that I hire, that other people start to hire them also.
Yeah, I mean, it's because of you, right? Because of the Perfect 10 Alan Goldman did. So I think this guy's so cool. Reminds me of 90s art. I want to hire him. I'm so happy with this. I cannot wait to see the colored version.
Is it being inked yet? Right? Will it be inked?
Just the pencil version.
Yeah. But will it be inked?
It probably, yeah. Yeah. We need to, yeah. So great, right?
That's Alan Goldman's so good, man. He's fantastic.
Yeah.
Excellent work. Looking forward to it. So what's your plan for like launch thing? Do you have something planned, or is it just whenever the book is done?
Well, I'm not 100% like we discussed before. I think if I'm at 50% or over 50% with pencils and colors, I'm going to launch, because then I'm confident that it's going to be in reasonable time, and it's going to be in reasonable time. But, I want to have at least 50% of the book done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
cool.
That's my goal. Guys, thank you so much for all this. Right.
Whew, excellent. Okay, Marinus, thank you again for doing this with me for this little stream. And thank you, chat. Thank you, everyone, for being here, for watching, for your commentary, for the interaction. It's really cool that you guys came to watch us today. And I'll be back with a Drink with Brink tomorrow at the regular time. And I don't have a decent outro yet for this new show, so I'm just going to use this. Thank you all, guys. Have a fantastic weekend. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.